Hi, welcome back. So, as part of Ansible automation training, in previous class, we have discussed what all syllabus we are going to cover as part of this Ansible administration training, right? So, in today class, what all you need to be prepared before you start Ansible learning, right? In terms of lab, in terms of prerequisite skill set, everything. Let's go inside. First of all, if you want to get good hand on Ansible automation, then you need a Linux admin knowledge, right? So if you are saying you have good in Linux administration, then it is very easy to learn Ansible automation or Ansible administration, right? To learn this hands-on, you need to create a 3 VMs, either from any cloud, right? Either from any cloud or from your laptop, right? So if you have AWS cloud account, you can go for it. If you have a Google Cloud, you can go for it. Or if you have your local laptop is having good capacity, then you can go for your laptop, either through VMware Workstation or VirtualBox. And those 3 VMs, you have to have each VM, server VM, 1 CPU, 512 GB RAM, and 10 GB disk. And there is a VM1. This is a client VM, 1 CPU, 512 MB RAM, 10 GB disk. And client VM2, 1 CPU, 512 MB RAM, and 10 GB disk. So you need to have one server, 2 clients. I will tell you later during the custom factors why we need minimum 2 machine, because most of the automation before you propose to production, you need to have, say for example, you are creating one playbook, right? The playbook should work on failure scenario as well as success scenario. So during any POC or during any learning automation, so in your POC lab or in your learning lab, you need to have minimum success machine, minimum one failure machine, so that you can keep test your playbook on success machine. Yes, it's working. Failure machine, yes, it's working. So if you apply the same playbook in production, there are 100 servers, say for example, in your production. So some of the servers are failing. Yes, this playbook also will work on those failure scenarios. There are other servers which is success. Yes, this playbook also will work on success scenarios. This is how you need to create a playbook on both compatible scenarios. Let's go further. You need to have what is Linux patching, right? Yum update, there is a yum apply, yum install, yum remove. So there are Linux patching procedures. You need to have it because we are going to have some use cases around Linux patching, right? So if you don't know, you can explore it, Linux patching. After this Ansible, we are going to release Linux administration detailed training videos also. So if you want, you can refer it in some of the blocks. And file copy between Linux submissions, because this is also one of the day-to-day configuration backup management activities. So you need to have some good understanding on this file copy. And AWS cloud account. You must have one AWS cloud account which is created, activated, and AWS VPC, AWS VPN knowledge, because we are going to monitor, create a playbook which going to monitor on VPN link. And also we are going to discuss about detailed Linux administration via Ansible automation. So if you have storage disk administration in Linux servers, user management in Linux servers, and logical volume management in Linux environment, cron tab in Linux servers, and files backup in Linux servers, and most of the Red Hat servers, you need to register it. So RHN subscription, right? So how to do that? If you have some manual way of idea, then using Ansible, you can understand very, very easily. And package installation and removal, and service stop, any application service stop, any application service start or upgrade, server start and reboot, and configuration files backup. This also one of the major chunk in your day-to-day change management activities, before and after, right? These are all really useful when you go for Ansible learning. You need to have what is what, all this. If you are not from core Linux admin background, it's okay, but at least try to explore what is what, so that during this Ansible automation learning, you will not feel difficult, right? And also there is a CPU utilization issues. So most of the time you will get into severity 1 CPU utilization issues, or due to disk space issues or memory utilization issues. Using Ansible, we can easily control as part of the service improvements, right? How to do that? These are all, this also we are going to discuss about, and detailed playbook in Ansible. Apart from this, we are also going to discuss about deploy SSH keys and some of the Docker environment using Ansible, some of the Kubernetes environment using Ansible. But you need to have all this knowledge before go to Ansible automation, right? So if you have this knowledge, then please stay tuned. We will come up with the more hands-on. First, we will start with the how to build the detailed Ansible environment. Then we will go with step-by-step Ansible playbook automation and roles automation and each task automation, everything, right? So stay tuned. We'll meet another hands-on. Thanks for everyone.